And after this, what is next? What is next? The Malaysia stock market performance tomorrow may continue to be influenced by market sentiment and also capital flow and global economic condition. Let's note that in short terms, the market may maintain an upward trend, but the specific direction will depend on the subsequent news and the policy changes and the shift in market sentiment. So, as you can see, the recent performance shows a sustained trend in the index, indicating that the bullish sentiment is attracting additional capital into the market. So the rise in the stocks market reflects investor optimism about the future development in Malaysia's stocks market. Am I right? Now, from an institution perspective, Malaysia performance in the second and the third quarter of this year is expected to be strong. Well, it is anticipated that the recent trends would primarily involve fluctuating upwards movement, but of course, cautious is needed for potential pullback risk. Trading strategies should be focused on diversifying markets combination. Do you all understand and get the idea here? If yes, please give me some response. All right, please give me some response. Okay, very good. Okay, for this part, which is going to our premium stocks, our 002, 302, and 00062, right? Both of it hits daily limit up. With the Dashco plan now accelerating profits due to the interest rate cuts. So let's take a look. Okay, now look at this. Last night we discussed that the operations of 00062, which is the Shenzhen Huaxiang, right? If it's open above the limit up today, we will choose to gradually sell at the high to take profits. And as you can see, today, Shenzhen Huaxiang, when it opened, it dropped 5% quickly after the opening, right? From here, it drops 5% just in a while. But after that, several institutions collaborate to push to lock up the price and eventually it locked at the price at the limit with a large volume of shares. So again, we also secure our second daily limit of the week at the limit up price here, right? And with yesterday gains, scholars yesterday and today limit up. Scholars with 200,000 CNY in reserve fund already achieved a 21% profit. Right? Now, one highlight of the SSE market this morning was Shenzhen Huaxiang, which is this, right? And continued to strong performance. Because of Huawei HiSilicon concept, this company price has been steadily rising and hit the daily limit up again today, which is marking its 10th consecutive limit up. The stock's trading volume exceeds 2.4 billion in CNY with a turnover rate of over 11% and a cumulative increase of 159%. So the driving force behind the stock's performance is mainly institutional funds. You have to understand this. Now, our cooperation with other institutions and underwriters was successfully again, right? And achieving our targets. So combined with last week gains over 33.1%, high net worth members have already made a total of 54% profits on these particular stocks only. So this is what premium stocks are about. With a demand greatly exceeds supply, institutions use premium price to continuously push up the stock's price and also boosting the market sentiments and capital inflows, which is to drive the stock's price higher and achieve the profits. Are you guys clear on this part? Do you guys understand this part? If yes, please give me a response again. Okay, in addition to Surgeon Hualiang, just now we talked about it. We have another stocks which is 00230, which is our China West Construction Group. In our premium trading, also achieve a limit up today, right? Here. Now, scholars who has made a 10% profits from this particular China Western Construction Group in our premium trading, please reply with a 10%. If you guys make the 10% in these stocks, in these premium stocks, please reply with a 10%. Just type a 10% in the comment will do. All right? Okay. Just type a 10%. Wow. There's quite a number of you. Okay, very good. Now, premium stocks often offer substantial profit margin, and with the effects of compounding returns, right? The profits can accumulate quickly in the short terms. So this is the types of the stocks also involved with shares matching trading, and also leveraging the Western developments hotspot and the capital to drive up the limit up. Understand? So China Western Construction Group is accelerating in the developments of Eastern strategic regions while ensuring stable business growth in the Western region. And the company advantage in handling overseas projects lie in its industry leading technology and also the service capabilities, giving it a competitive edge in overseas markets. And that's why its strategy focuses on Southeast Asia and aims to break into Middle East and North Africa, and aligning with the International Trade and Infrastructure Network Initiative. Right? Now, look at the screen together and let's go through this part together, okay? So, China Western development is similar to Dresser in Malaysia. Both are benefiting from policy support and investment-driven developments, right? Johor concept stocks started to rise in June 2003 and have seen over years of growth. So recently, there has been also an accelerated inflow of foreign capitals into China Western development concept, which bring us a promising uptrend. Right? And this is mainly due to, these three parts. First thing, which is Western China become a key coordinator connecting the Central Asia, the Indian Ocean, and the Russia, highlighting a construction demand. And the second thing, which is China leadership in multi-infrastructure sectors. And China is being a global second in globally in GDP and the strong construction capabilities, right? The third thing, which is an upcoming fast rate cut cycle, which will weaken the fiscal burdens of infrastructure construction in low interest rates environment. And this is the reason this route of Western development in China is expected to drive a new wave of infrastructure investment. And we will follow the market trend and focus tomorrow joint market makers and also around the core hospitals. Why? Scholar who understand this should give me a response by thus saying a yes. Saying a yes or understand will do. All right, very good. As you can see, it hits our limit up. So congratulations for those scholars who joined these two premium stocks. All right. Okay. This week features three major important trades. The first one is premium trading. We have two, right? And also SSE market AI trading. Now, in the past 2 days, many high net worth new and also existing old scholars have been buying GPT-4, Multiverse, and Supertrend AI. Right? Now, artificial intelligence is a processing and analyzing vast amount of data at a remarkable speeds, right? And also attracting attention and application from major investment institutions. So, AI, now, new AI is unlike traditional trading methods, which often struggle with massive volume if you are just traditional trading methods, right? And also sometimes struggle with the complexity of modern financial data. AI, their algorithms can quickly shift through global markets data and also news and also financial reports to identify the patterns and correlations that human analysis might sometimes miss, right? So these capabilities not only allows for effective data processing, but also provide a deeper market insight and a more refined and informed perspective of the market trend, including the predictive analysis and forecasting market trends and asset price movement, and plus the risk assessment and evaluating potential risk and market volatility, right? And also, it can help with sentiment analysis, tracking capital flows. So, AI are able to do all this above that I just mentioned. So, and we also have already demonstrated the power of AI to all of you, right? And previously, I know that a lot of you have joined our AI and also enjoyed the profits already. Okay, now another thing. Today, you can have a look. This is SSE markets, all right? And this is Malaysia markets. So look at this. Today performance is in the SSE market, and also it shows that for SSE market, it shows that 54 stocks hitting the daily limit up, with 3,394 stocks rising and just 1,690 decline. All right. So the overall market saw more gains than loser, right? Which is quite the opposite of Malaysia. Why I say quite opposite of Malaysia's stock market today, where the index rose. For Malaysia, the index rose, but for the individual stocks, it did not. You see, as you can see, can you compare the advance, the rose one, and the declines, right? So the SSE market's overall stocks performance was strong. And as you can see, the GPT, Multiverse, and Supertrend AI, it captures several quality stocks today. You see, Western Metals Material with a 7.15 gain. And also such as like Huadian Power International Corporations with a 4.13% gain. And also this company, Education Technology, with an 8.3% gain. So the stocks purchased have a significant profit potential. And we believe that GPT, Multiverse, and also Supertrend AI will achieve the expected returns during the holding periods. That is why I keep emphasizing. All right. Okay, take a look at this one. Now, today, dark pool trading was conducted in SSE market, which is for this particular stocks. Okay, Ninja, Orange, 10, right? The agreed price for these stocks, which was 9.65, with a holding period of just T+1, which means 1 trading days. And as you can see, the direct return, which is 6%. So this company is driven by a strong demand from tantalum and also niobium minerals, right? It's expected to continue expanding its production capabilities. So in the first half of the year, the company achieved the revenue of 578 million CNY from tantalum and also niobium, right? And their compounds. So a year-on-year increase of 7.69%, and a gross profit was 112 million in CNY, which is up by 19.45 year-on-year. So it's indicating that the company performance growth is assured. So you can sell according to the assistant notification tomorrow, all right? Now, this dark pool trade was a hard-won opportunity through Dimensional. Shares in dark pool trades are always hard to come by. I always mentioned this already. And previously obtained through collaboration with institutions and resulting in a longer holding periods, right? And today, dark pool trades were obtained through a firm's underwriting methods, which means that allowing us for a quick short-term profit accumulations with a T+1 cycle, which means that 1 holding trading days. All right, so tomorrow we will conduct joint market makers operations with dual market layout, which means that focusing on both Malaysia market and SSE markets. All right, tomorrow strategy will involve in dual market approach with Malaysia and SSE market. So, which means that there will be 3 stocks included in the layout. 2 is from SSE market and 1 is from Malaysia market. And this time, the cost is significantly lower and the expected returns are around 50%. I think it's very good. So these opportunities is very rare because the underwriting agreement price we have secured is lower than usual and allowing us to have more funds for the market control. Understand? Okay, now the layout will target the recent hotspot with shares allocation based on reservations priority, which means that reservation priorities, capital priorities, and time priority. All right, you guys have to understand this. So those who are interested in participating and securing a large number of shares, you guys should contact the assistant immediately after this class. All right, but contact after this class. Don't contact now yet. Wait till finish, then contact the assistant immediately. All right, everyone understand? If yes, then give me some response. All right, if yes, then give me some response. Okay, understand, right? Yes, it's three. Two in SSE and one is in Malaysia. Two is SSE market and one in Malaysia. Okay, and I saw someone asking, can I join all three? Yes, you are able to join all. You can join all of it. All right, now, next we will look at the performance at new stocks IPO. A lot of you have been asking, so I just list it down for all of you to have a better understanding of these IPOs. Okay, now, today, this is for the China SSE markets, and this is for the Malaysia stocks market, okay? So today, both the Malaysia stocks market and the SSE market had a new stocks listed. So first, let's take a review of this performance of this 0319 VTC, which is in the Malaysia market, right? Which saw a maximum increase of 92% today for these IPOs. So, and in the SSE markets, the new stocks of 301586, which is based on Jelly Advanced Composite Technology, right? So it saw a maximum increase of 275 on its listing day, 275%, right? So a small number of scholars, I know that a small number of scholars have actually successfully acquired the shares. So for those who did, today's gains was substantial. So congratulations. So based on the increase of just closing, which is 244.33%. So if let's take this 244.33% to make a calculation. So which means that 244.33% with an issue price of 18.09 CNY. If you acquire 500 shares, the profit you will be making, let's take 62.29 deduct by 18.09, and after that times with 500 shares, you will be achieving a 22,100 CNY. Okay, now if you acquire 5,000 shares, then the profits will be 221,000 in CNY. And this is the appeal of new stocks, the IPOs, which means that the more shares you acquire, the higher the returns you will get eventually, right? So in both Malaysia stocks market and SSE markets, the first day opening drop rates for the new stocks is extremely low. And I could say almost zero for the drop rate, okay, for the price to drop down. Understand? So as you guys look at this as well, you can look at the record. You can look at the records. All right. In Malaysia stocks, there are two, but then for China SSE, there are none. All right. You can have a look at this record, this chart. So essentially, new stocks IPO are guaranteed to make money on their first day. True, the amount varies. So comparing today's new stocks IPOs with previous listing, it is evident that new stocks in IPO in SSE markets tends to show a much higher first day gains compared to the Malaysia market, right? 244 and just 62%. So you can make the comparison, right? Now, this is because new IPOs offerings in SSE market is relatively limited, while a large amount of capital is seeking investment opportunities, right? The imbalance between limited supply and a high demand result in a significant first day increase. And the general higher first day gains of a new stocks IPO in SSE markets leads to a strong investor interest in new IPOs stocks. Now, aggravating that the supply and demand imbalance, and there is a widespread belief that new stocks never fail, and assuming that new stocks IPO will continue to rise in the initial periods. So this mindset already fuels higher first day gains for new stocks in IPO. And also many new scholars have also asked how to improve the chances of getting allocated shares. Noting that some experience that I know that a lot of some experienced scholars have a higher allocations number. In fact, successful getting allocated shares involve some techniques, which I will explain in details next, okay? In our next slide. So for now, everyone is following along, right? If yes, please give me some response. If you guys are following along, please give me some response. Okay, now, right now, I will share with you the methods to increase the chances of winning a lottery from new shares allocation. Okay, let's go through it together one by one. The first one, which is increase market value. So, the amount of new shares you apply for its linked to the market value for the stocks you hold. So, which means that the higher your portfolio market value, the larger the allocations you can request. And for example, by increasing your market value through premium trades, you can also achieve a significant short-term profits while in the same time improving your chances of winning new shares IPOs. And second thing, max subscription. Okay, so maximize the number of shares that you apply for. Each account has a subscription limit during the application process. So using the highest possible subscription amount can increase your chances of winning. The more shares you apply for, the greater the chances of success. Right? So now the third thing, which is choose the right timing to apply. Utilize the advantages of your account by concentrating your application at optimal times to secure more allocations from underwriters. All right? And this one, I have talked about this as well. Group subscription. Use a strategy where multiple investors apply for new shares simultaneously, right, to improve overall winning rates. By applying through multiple accounts, you can effectively obtain multiple lottery numbers. Although the winning rates for each account is random, the overall chances increase with the number of accounts. Right. Now, another thing, next one, which is the okay, we are back. Now, the next thing, which is participate in strategy placement. Now, increase your chances by participating in strategy placement. All right, and this later we will be explaining. I will be explaining what placement are and how they differ from subscription. Right, I'll be explaining this now. And another thing, which is the last thing, consistent application, which means that don't miss any opportunities to apply. By consistent participating over time, your chances to success will naturally increase, right? And as you can see, there are no new share subscription in Malaysia and SSE market this week. And the numbers of new shares issues each year is very limited. So this is the reason why when you're buying new shares, new stocks, new IPOs, seize the opportunities and consistent apply for it. Try it. All right. Now, let's take a look at this one. Okay. Take a look at the difference between IPO subscription and IPO private placement. Let me explain what is the difference, okay? Now, IPO subscription refers to the process where investors they apply for new stocks during a company initial public offering, which is IPO, by following the specific procedures. And the allocation for this one, on the other hand, IPO private placement refers to the process of directly distributing a portion of new stocks to a specific investor before the company IPOs. Understand? Now, IPO subscription, for IPO subscription, it involves both retail and institutional investor. The subscription of new shares is determined by a lottery system. All right, it's randomly. It's from a lottery system. It's randomly. So only investors who win the lottery and get paid will receive the new shares. So the subscription process is open and transparent, allowing eligible investors to participate. Understand? Now, what about IPO private placement? IPO private placement are mainly for institutional investors and do not involve in a lottery. Do not involve in a lottery allocation. Now, it doesn't have a random allocation. So instead, the company and the underwriters direct allocate shares based on investor qualification and support for the company. Gary, now the number of shares and the price are usually negotiated between parties involved. Sure, for this IPO private placement, the characteristic, which is like the private approach, direct allocation are aimed at a specific investor, and the public investor generally cannot participate. So the price negotiation, allocation price can be same or different from the market issue price, usually determined through negotiation. Okay, and there is a lockup period. Allocated shares may have a lockup period during which investor cannot sell the shares for IPO private placement. So what is the key difference between these two? Participant participation mode methods. Okay, subscription for this one, you need to subscription are open to public and use a lottery to determine the winners, right? To determine whoever get it. Now, for this allocation, direct allocation are directly to specific institutional investor and are distributed directly. Understand? So, distributed methods, subscription are randomly assigned, while direct allocation are directly distributed. It's simple as that. And price mechanism, subscription price are public issue price for this, while for this, direct allocation price can be negotiated. So, for the liquidity, subscription shares typically have no lockup periods, whereas direct allocated shares may have a lockup periods. If you understand the difference between the two, please give me a response by saying yes, understand. Okay, give me some response if you guys understand. All right? Okay, now tonight we will be continue learning how to use share picks to identify the stocks with institution funding investment. So from the first stages of institutional market making, you guys have understand this already, right? You guys have been keep on hearing about the 4 stages of institutional market making, which is accumulation, and then to washing up the retail investor, and then after washing up the pull up rally, and after pull up rally, the final stage will be sell off distribution. Okay. All right, now, from the third stages of digital market making, we already know that the best stock gains happens during the pull-up price phase. But how can we identify when a stock is in a pull-up price phase? We can determine this by analyzing the shapes of the shares P, and additionally, by examining the distribution of capital. We can also gain insight into institutional behavior. That's what I'm going to teach you right now. So when observing changes in capital distribution, you guys should not only focus on the price and the capital changes, but also the changes in the shares P. And understand how to analyze this can help you guys understand the movement of the shares and accurately identify buying and selling points. All right, so tonight we'll be discussing the techniques for analyzing shares peak patterns. Okay, now this is about last night. Last night I taught you about breaking through a low-level single peak density, right? Patterns with increased volume. So let's take a review with it. As you can see, after a prolonged period of consolidation, the moving cost distributions forms a single peak density at a low level. So when a stock price breaks through this single peak density with increased volume, which means that it usually a sign of upcoming trend. So the key points to remember: when the stock price breaks through the single peak density with an increased volume, investor can actively enter the market at that time. So a strong upward trend is likely to move, not likely to when the moving cost distribution forms a dense peak at a low level. So the greater the density of the single peak, the more truly the shares have been exchanged, and the stronger the upwards momentum. Understand? Okay, and a reminder. Now, take a look at this one. Once the price effectively holds above the shares peak, a pullback is suddenly to happen, now the pullback will have reduced volume, right? Now, enter decisively on the first bullish candlesticks with an increased volume, which means that let's take a look at this. Look for increased volume plus a medium or large green candlesticks, right? As you can see here, it is a medium or large green candlestick. It's a large green candlesticks and with an increased volume plus an turnover rate and a breakthrough of previous resistance peak. It has turnover rate and it also breaks through the previous resistance peak, right? So that's why, as you can see, this is an in-bar, which is signaling an upward trend after that, after it breaks through, right? Okay. Now, okay, if you understand this, please give me a response was yes or understand. Then, meanwhile, I will move on. Okay, now, breakthrough of high-level single peak density. When the stock price initiates an upward trend after a period of consolidating at a low level of peaks, it may form one or more new concentrated area during the pull-up phase. So even though the original concentrated area may sting and it still exists, right? So during this consolidation, during the pull-up phase is considered a washing period. Each concentration areas will serve as a strong level during subsequent pullbacks of a washout. Understand? So key points to remember for this. The stock price have experienced one or more rounds of increase, and during the pull-up phase, it undergoes a consolidation process accompanied by gradually decrease in trading volume. So forming one or more concentrated area. So when the market volume breaks through the latest form share speed, the upward trends will continue, right? Allowing for either buying on dips or holding the stocks. However, if the new density peaks or concentrated area is increased while the original concentrated area rapidly decrease or disappear, it indicates a washout process and is advisable to exit and observe. All right. So as a reminder, an increased new peaks and a decrease in original peaks is measured absolutely, not relatively. So even if an originally peaks decrease, if the shapes remain unchanged, it means that a relatively reduction in proportion of the share at the position. All right. Now take a look at this example. So while the new concentrated area increased, right? It increased. While the original concentrated area rapidly decreased. As you can see, the low dense decrease, right? And there is a new concentrated area increase, indicating that profit taking at the bottom was happening. So this is a signal to sell and watch. And on the other hand, comparing with this is our Shenzhen Huajiang share speed. We saw a 10 limit up, right? 10 limit up all the way. So what you can see, there is decrease in bottom shares. We walk down. The decrease, a lot of people are unable to sell. And it also decreased shares was minimal. So indicating that continued positive sentiment at the bottom and anticipate a possible 11 limit up tomorrow. Okay, you see the difference. At the low dense here, all the shares are sold. And as you can see here, a lot of shares are still holding. So shares are still concentrated at this area, but there is no more shares at here. People are holding from shares here has already sold. So which means that it still anticipates in a good upwards movement. And tomorrow we are going to see probably 11 limit up possible. Understand? Okay, now today let's learn a new concept today, which is the disappearance of peaks. Okay, disappearance of peaks. Now, in a declining markets, as you can see, it's declining market, right? So if the upper dense peaks has not fully consumed, right? Same like here, it's not fully consumed. Then a new single peak density forms at a low, new single peak density, right? A new round of market activities will not happen. So the sufficient condition for an upwards market is that there are no large amount of trade position above the stops. Now, each upper peaks in a multi-peaks downtrend is strong resistance level. So you should be cautious about initiating position in stocks with multi-peaks downtrend. Understand? Now, the key points of trading: the disappearance of upper peaks and the formation of new peaks at the low single signifying stabilization. So once the stocks begin to break upwards, it's advisable to follow trend actively. Now, okay, now before look at the example, I want to share this. The reminder of this is the signal of a bottom after a significant drop is always accompanied by reduced volume. Additionally, the concentrated of shares above should be clearly less than the current level, which is here should be lesser than here. Understand? After buying, do not just leave it unattended. Instead, observe daily. Ensure that the long-term shares above are consistently decreasing during rebounds. Now, for example, for this particular stocks, okay, now you can see if the upper peak has not fully disappeared, here, the upper peak has not fully disappeared, right? And the dense peaks above have not fully consumed, then there will be a significant resistance when the stocks want to rise. When you want to rise again, then it will face resistance at this area, right? Understand? If yes, please give me some response. Okay, because of time limitation, this part I will explain tomorrow, and this part I will explain tomorrow, and this part I will explain tomorrow as well. All right? Okay, now, because of it's past 9 p.m., so for these three parts is a little bit longer, so I will take it for tomorrow explanation. All right? And today I already explained about new stocks IPO subscription to all of you. And have you guys understand how different there is for the IPO subscription techniques, right? And the recent position strategy as well, including our current holding. And also our two premium stocks that achieve 10% limit up today, right? In SSE markets, AI trading is expected to be quite profitable due to the interest rate attracting foreign capitals into SSE markets. So strong stocks are receiving significant support from institutions, right? And tomorrow, we will execute a dual market coordinate strategy. Now, the allocation of shares for this layout will be prioritized based on resolutions, capitals, and timing. So scholars who wish to participate should promptly contact the assistant right now, because the class is about to end. You guys can contact the assistant right now to secure your shares for tomorrow layout. Okay, now remember, the Dutch Gold Plan is a phase from adjustment to success. And in this phase, we will be deepening our understanding of institution trading methods through dry market making, through premium trading, and dark pool trading. And also, this practical experience will help all of you to quickly profit. After the course, make sure that you find our assistant to receive the course notes. Okay, now on Thursday at 8 p.m., I will be explaining how to judge share speed and the status of institutions rounds pool along with joint market makers. Okay, learning is a journey of self-improvement. Whether we can break through the barriers of self-awareness and achieve a growth depends on our continued perseverance. All right, that's it for tonight. Remember to